Hello once again, Star Wars and unboxing fans. Welcome to another episode of Darth Tuba's Star Wars Unboxing Show. I'm your host, Darth Tuba. Before we get started today, I do want to start putting out reminders that in addition to our YouTube channel, I'm also involved with a podcast now called At War of the Stars, or just War of the Stars, a Star Wars podcast. You can do a search for that wherever you find podcasts, iTunes, Stitcher, things like that. And you can just do a search for War of the Stars, a Star Wars podcast, and you should come up with that. I co-host with a gentleman named John Tolley, and we do lots of different discussions about all things related to Star Wars. Generally speaking, we have a live recording of it that takes place usually on Wednesday nights. I will try to put information in future once I get more comfortable with the whole podcasting thing. I've never been a podcaster. I've done YouTube videos for years now, but podcasting is new to me. So I will put some information out about the way you can jump on and watch the show live if you wish to. It's generally Wednesday nights around 9:30 Central Time, or I'm sorry, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. But I will put information on that in the descriptions once I am comfortable with figuring out how to do that. So it'll happen shortly. But in the meantime, you can always watch and listen to our episodes in previous, the previous episodes. Looking for it on wherever you can find podcasts. So I am, as the last episode indicated, I'm back recently from our Batu excursion again, and this is probably going to be at least a few months before I return back to Disney. So we were excited, as I mentioned on the last video. It was a great trip. It was different. There was a lot of emptiness in the crowds, and that was a little bit unusual. Wasn't used to that. But the next visit will probably be during the holidays, which will more than likely be a far more crowded time of year. So we will see what happens and how. But I will tell you, no matter what, whether you're there on a crowded day or a not crowded day, Galaxy's Edge, always crowded. It's an extremely popular place just to hang out and walk around. I love it. I am really excited to see how Disney develops it and builds on it. I know that they have the Halcyon Star Wars Hotel coming, so I know that's taking up their main focus. I'm hoping that beyond that, we'll be able to see some additional characters walking around and things of that nature. That would be my only thing, or that and maybe a few more food options. Not that the ones that they have aren't fantastic. It's a great place to be if you have not been there. I do recommend you make the trip, make the excursion to Black Spire Outpost. So while I was away, we did receive not one, not two, but 3 Entertainment Earth packages. And as I've said on previous videos, this is the new normal. There's very little you can find in the stores. And I know that some people post, I follow a lot of the Vintage Collection, Black Series Collection groups on Facebook, and people show me pictures of their local Walmart or their local Target, and they've gotten a new thing of figures in. That's all well and good, but I've just given up on that. For one thing, my local Walmart is, no offense to anybody working there or running it, dismal. I don't know if anybody else has had this experience, but my local Walmart, when it was built, the original intent, I believe, was to build a super Walmart where it was going to be a gigantic superstore that was going to have a full-out Walmart and a full-out supermarket, and that was what they were going to do. Well, apparently the town or the mayors or the politics got involved, and it was decided, at least I've been told, it was decided that instead of it being a super Walmart, it's just going to be a regular Walmart, but with a super Walmart kind of squished into it, if that makes any sense. Meaning it's going to be a smaller size store, but it's going to have both a Walmart and a whole grocery store kind of squished into that. Which all that really meant was that there would be a huge amount of product that would be limited. And that is especially true when it comes to things like toys. So there is literally one boy toys aisle, and it's for everything from Disney, Marvel, DC, superheroes, everything. And sadly, it is virtually empty all the time. The only things there Star Wars related is the occasional Baby Yoda Grogu doll, and that's it. Once in a while, I'll go in and I'll see one figure hanging from the peg, because they probably get one case and they hang them up there, and if I'm not the first person in there, someone else will just buy most of them. So I resort to my only other way to guarantee that I can get these items, and that is through Entertainment Earth. And as I've said on previous episodes with previous unboxings, Entertainment Earth, I have been pretty happy with the way they ship the items. The only thing that bothers me is that I received 3 boxes in like just as many days. Why couldn't they just ship them all together? I don't know, but it is what it is. So I don't take that complaint. I just go with it. I tend to open these from the bottom. Generally speaking, the packing is pretty good. Okay, here we have a VC 193. This is a heavy battle droid from Battlefront 2. Now, this is a Gaming Greats figure, and as has been said on previous episodes, Gaming Greats has now become something of a 3 3/4 inch series, not just a black series, 6-inch series. So the figures come both 3. So far, I think all the figures that have been announced or released are, in fact, both 6-inch and 3 3/4 inch. But I'm just a sucker for the card design, and I just love it. So I think we did receive the Scout Trooper from one of the games in a previous episode. So here is the heavy battle droid from Battlefront 2. No, I'm not a gamer, but I am a toy collector, so very good. And yes, it will stay in the box because I like them in the box. Now, before I throw this box away, I want to make sure. Oh, okay. Lots of packing, not a lot of, which I appreciate. We've said this on the past. We've had some horror stories. We hear about horror stories, and I too have had some issues when it comes to things like Walmart shipping. I've always felt that Entertainment Earth. Although I will say, when you open from the bottom, be extra careful when you're running a blade down the long end, because there is, in fact, generally speaking, they pack the card at the bottom. Okay, they protect it and they pack it at the bottom. The cushioning of the package and the lightness of the package generally protects it. But if you sit there with a really hard blade and just rip it too hard, you're going to end up cutting the back of the card. All right, who do we have now? We have VC. All right, VC 203, Off-World Jawa, including Egg, Arvala 7, an awesome Jawa with the red eyes. Still haven't figured out why off-world Jawas have red eyes. Is it just an off-world thing, or is it just happens to be coincidental that they're off-world and they happen to have red eyes? If you know, if there's a piece of a novelization somewhere or a comic book that explains why these Jawas from The Mandalorian have the red eyes, please let me know. I am loving that it comes with the egg. I am not sure at this point if the egg opens up. A lot of people call it the Cadbury cream egg because it opened up. They just reached into it and it was yellow kind of goo, and they were eating it. So we just called it, everybody started calling it a Cadbury cream egg. Don't know. But it comes with 2 weapons. That's always a nice thing. I mean, with the size of the figure, they tend to give you a little bit more for that. So that's awesome. Like the cloth goods, or like the cape. So awesome. I am very excited about that. VC 203 will get added to our carded collection. Incidentally, another thing I'm looking for, and I wanted to know if anybody else had any thoughts. I am looking for a case to store the carded figures. Thing is, I'm looking for both a case for these as well as a case for my original vintage collection figures that I have. Now, I know they come out with star case, right? That's a very common one. But I'm looking for one that, when you hold them this way, is pretty thin. Star cases are pretty thick, okay? And I'm trying to find one that's thinner. Now, maybe star case might be the only one you can do for the newer ones. But for the old vintage figures, there's not this much. These bubbles are not this thick. They're usually they're only about half that. They're really close to the card. So I'm trying to find a thinner case to see if that would work. So if anybody knows anything, please leave a comment, maybe a link to a website or something, because I would love to get some of those cases. Maybe for these, but definitely for my original vintage ones. All right, I don't think this one has... Oh, this did include a magazine catalog, which I always like. Kind of fun to page through, although I look at stuff and... and that's the kind of stuff that we deal with. So let's do our last one. All right. One more to go. Electro Staff Purge Trooper VC 195. Again, another gaming greats. Get a little closer up on that one. So some pretty cool ones there. I think this might be one that I have to look around. I don't know if I was able to get this one yet. I tried. This might be one that I was able. I kind of missed on the original Black Series one. But this is VC 195. Awesome figure. Nice backing. And again, like all these figures, come out pristine, in beautiful shape. Again, never played this game. I know Jedi Fallen Order I'd like to get to play, but I don't have the game system, so we're going to have to figure out how to make that happen. So these are the 3 that came in the mail, all separate. Kind of hoping they would all come together, but maybe it's easier, maybe it's safer for the figures to come separate. All right, so there you go. That will do it. That will do it for this episode of Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification button. If you want to support the channel, hit that little thumbs up button. And if you want to support it even more, check out our TeePublic store and maybe consider making a purchase of some of our merchandise. Thank you so much for watching. There will be many more videos to come. Until next time, may the Force and the toys be with you.